Hey guys, I'm Tom, and it's been a little while. Nothing bad's happened, I'm still doing my hobby. I've just been very busy, and I haven't had a lot of time to edit videos. I've filmed most of it, but not all of it. So in this video, I'll try and catch up for what I did in May. I do have another one on the workbench for June. I do have about 3 videos in the pipeline that aren't updates. So let's quickly run through some of the stuff that I've done. First, a bunch of World Eater stuff. I don't need to go into much detail in this video because that project sort of has separate videos, but this is a update video for the entire month, so I'll briefly mention it. I did hit a pretty big milestone in that I painted all of this, which is 1440 points with the sort of gear that I want, but could also be about 1200 points. I was actually going to take a bit of a break from working on more World Eaters units. I just couldn't put it down. So I decided to kit bash another unique unit, which is the World Eaters Red Hand Destroyer Assault Squad. Say that 3 times quick, huh? And I also started working on one of my heavy support squads. Both of these will sort of have a theme going, especially the Red Hand Destroyers. And I think the video I make on that will also include a bit of lore, because it's relevant for how I did them. And it might be a little bit different than what I've done up until now. But we'll see. I've yet to edit that video. It's only an idea for now. I also picked up Angron, because I am going to do a project with a friend. He is also starting a new heresy army, which is Salamanders, and he picked up Vulcan. So we're going to do Vulcan and Angron at the same time. Probably not on video, well, before and after, I suppose. But we're going to sit down and paint a Primarch together. That should be rather cozy. I've also been spending a lot of time on sort of I wouldn't call it a secret project, but I just don't want to show it off until it's all done. I want to make it a sort of from start to beginning video. So I won't show it off, but it involves a lot of nostalgia, some 3D printing, and it's terrain related, but it could have been done by now. Honestly, it could, but a YouTuber, I wouldn't say beat me to it. It's not exactly the same, but it sort of demotivated me a little bit. Now, we're not doing the same thing, it just involves the same theme. I can definitely prove that I'm not a copycat when that video comes out. I'll make sure to do that. All credit to this person. It is very nostalgic and I love following along on that project, and I'm not competing with it. But yeah, that should be a fun project whenever that hits. But at the moment, I'm not super motivated to finish it, but I really should sit down and finish it, because it was all I could do for, I'd say, the better part of a week. Well, the nights, stayed up very late, had a lot of fun. Yeah, I just couldn't shake that idea. Hope I haven't hyped it too much. It's fun for me. Maybe it will be for you too. So I also picked up some more terrain. This is some secondhand stuff from a gaming club that was getting rid of some of their old stock that wasn't being used. They're pretty cool and they're pretty cheap. I'm not going to use them as is. I'm going to use them basically as spare parts to build my own stuff for my city board, and I'm recording this in July. A lot of things have happened. I have started playing Kill Team now, but you'll see that in later videos. And I definitely want to make terrain that fits that. So yeah. So the salvaging, the rescue of these buildings won't be something that happens right now, but it will show up eventually when I do some more work on my board. I did make a little bit of progress on my Imperial Fists. They're really turning out to be hard to wrap up, even though I'm close to the finish line. But they'll get there. I have made more progress, I'm just not done yet. But then again, I have the rest of the year to finish that goal, so I should be okay. I also tested the waters with some micro scatter terrain. Here's some craters. If it turns out good, which I think it will, I will put that up as a video. It's a bit fragile at this stage, but I think it'll look good, and it will be some nice detailed scatter terrain. You can do narrative stuff when missile is hit, or grenade, or artillery, or something, or you can count it as, difficult terrain and all that stuff. But it's a little test thing, and it's super quick to make, as you can probably already tell how I've done it, but I'll share my lessons if it turns out to be a good project. And the big one. In spite of what I thought I would, I was actually getting kind of hyped for 10th edition. The models, especially the Tyranid models, really captured my imagination. They are very, very cool models. And I do have a bit of a collection, as you can see here in the background. It's a very small one. They were getting me with some of the rules. I was kind of getting more hyped than I thought I would, and I was gonna commit to playing the game and split the box with a friend, and I was gonna give it an honest chance. But when the rule sets were released and the data slates, I sat down and read it. I read all of the 62 pages, and the more I read, the less I wanted to play. They made it sound like it was a new thing, but honestly it's still 9th edition, just with a couple of things switch out, some stats in a new position, a few rules changes, and that's it. It's 9th edition with glitter on it, and I do not like 9th edition. I do not like 8th edition. I was in the same position as now. I was actually gonna make a video when 8th edition hit, but that never got released. I'm sure I still have the footage somewhere where I was hyped for that, and then I tried it. Yeah. It's just not for me. I guess I'm a grumpy old gamer. So I was gonna strip all this. I was gonna do a whole video where the first one was gonna be fixing up my old Tyranids before the new ones came, and then when the new one came, I was gonna fix up all of those in one video, but the internet is flooded with Leviathan videos at the moment, huh? So probably would have drowned anyway. I was gonna do them like as 2 challenges, like in one go. I was gonna do one batch and then another batch, but save myself some sleepless nights there, huh? Yeah, so I think now it's been a while since the rules have come out and stuff, and I think I made the right decision. So I did end up stripping these. Actually, it's very hard to strip Tyranids so they take a prime again, because all the nooks and crannies and the organic shapes, there's still paint residue left in there, even with a stiff toothbrush scrubbing at it. So they would require more time and care to get stripped properly. Maybe one day I'll do it, but I really don't have an incentive to make a Tyranid army at this point. 40k does not interest me, sadly. I wish it would. I wish I had the hype that everyone else seems to have. But next video, you'll find out that I've fallen in love with another game, an old flame of mine, and I have been having a lot of fun, and I've been getting a lot of games in, which is not normal for me. So I'm back gaming. I've entered a new club. That's for next video. Right. That was a surprisingly long update for very few things. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and I hope I'll get the next one out soon. Cheers.